I'm Harshini, data science consultant at AlmaBetter. So I would like to welcome you all to today's masterclass on how to build a career in data science. Before we dive into this interesting masterclass, I would like to tell you all a little bit about AlmaBetter. We are a student-first edtech platform where we work towards a better tomorrow for our students. So today we have our esteemed instructor, Arnav Kundu, who brings a wealth of knowledge in the analytics and data science domain. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Harshini. Thank you. Hello, guys. Great to be back again in this weekend masterclasses. And whenever I'm here, I feel happy about it after my Monday to Friday office to share some of the things that has gone through me or whatever I have done. So today's session is very interesting. It is actually on how to build a career in data science. So just to give a brief about myself, right? Uh, I did my bachelor's and master's in mechanical engineering. I'm also a person 9 years ago was in some of these forums trying to transition into the field of data science. It's been 9 years now. So happy about the transition. And what I'll do is on LinkedIn and everywhere, I get a lot of thoughts or a lot of questions that Arnav, I'm from here, I'm from there. I'm from BCom background. I'm from Bachelor's of Arts background. Is it possible to transition into data science? So my entire session today will be focused on that no matter wherever you are from, no matter what your background is, if you really have the passion, right? If you really have the passion to transition into the field of data science with some padhai, right? With some what do you say, with some um, studies and all those things, right? It would be easy for you guys to like transition if you have a structured approach. Now think about it, right? Guys, I hope everyone can hear me, right? I would really want folks to like interact on the chat. It would be really great. Okay. Because again, it's me speaking. You can also speak on the chat window. So what my entire intention in today's session will be, what is data science? Obviously, everybody of you have seen about data science, but I'll be focusing mainly on the skill sets, whatever I have seen, whatever, not only I have seen, the data tells me, right? I would really want to showcase some of them. Some of them are kind of the entire visualization is created by me. Some of them are obviously taken from the internet. But my entire focus for today's session will be what are the structured steps that would really need in order to get from wherever you are into the field of data science, right? So without much further ado, let's get started. Okay, I hope everyone can see the presentation as well. So Kuldeep, I heard you, and I think I predicted your question already. Okay, so give me some time. It's there on one of the slides, right? So it's there on the slides. Don't worry. Okay, even if you have questions after that, more than happy to take it. Okay, cool. Just one minute. Cool. So let's again, this is me. And of course, one thing is I'll give you some what do you say, pointers on what I did, right? On how I approached uh, any of the learning sessions, any of the things from, so that time obviously AlmaBetter was not there, right? So obviously it was internet, it was YouTube, it was some what do you say, other online websites. So there are a lot of learnings that I've done, I've got. I'll try to kind of keep giving you guys some here and there things, right? So the today's agenda is mainly on the overview of the data science. What are the key skills that are required? What are the suitable backgrounds for data science? Somebody asked on the chat that is a B Farm student, right? Uh, what are the like what are the key skills that you require, right? I still see that question is there. I'm a business analyst in one of the private companies. How can I become a data scientist? Okay, so you will have, so there are some strong skills for data science. I'll talk about it, right? Now think about it. No matter whatever you guys did in your 11th and 12th, be it science, be it arts, be it commerce, right? Think about your 10th board exam. Just think about your 10th board exams, right? Be it CBSE, be it ICSE or anywhere. There were a lot of subjects. Remember, social science, science, maths. I had Sanskrit, right? English, right? But did you guys pursue anything post 11? Like, did you pursue all of them after 11? No. Yes, no. Guys, everyone can hear me, right? Okay. So we didn't pursue everything after class 10th, right? So just keep that in mind. Not everything we pursued. Okay. Now, what till the time we reached our 10th boards, did we in our UKG, LKG, just think about it, UKG, LKG, learned anything about trigonometry in maths or learned anything about, let's say, Alexander Ka War, which we studied in history and all? No, right? There was a structured way of how we reached to 10th board, of giving 10th board exams. Two things, right? One is a structured approach to reach class 10th, right? Is a structured approach to reach class 10th, and not everything that we uh, learn or we gave our exams in 10th board, right? Not everything that we gave in our 10th boards was was utilized post 10. Two things clear, right? So similarly, if you look at the things, right, there were some strong skills that you had to have, right, when you were giving your 10th board. And obviously, during your job search and career advancement in data science, you would see that not everything that you have learned here will be applicable to all jobs. Just two things you have to keep in mind. Not everything that you learn in the field of data science is what is present in every jobs out there in the market. So you have to be very careful about what you are applying to, right? So these are some of the things which I'll keep on telling you in the next 1 hour 45 minutes, right? Next, just an overview of data science. So the data science comes from two words. Uh, in Hindi, we call that samdi or this thing, right? What is that? Like collection of two words, I forgot, right? So it's more about the data and the science to derive insights from the data. To derive insights from the data is basically the art of data science. Science through which we derive insights from the data is known as data science. Now, everybody would have, you guys would have attended a lot of other sessions as well, right? So I'll not take a lot of time that what is data science, I'll talk about it, right? So just a brief, long story short, it's basically some statistical analysis, machine learning, computer science to do what? Coding, right? To extract insights and knowledge from the data, right? To extract insights and knowledge from the data is a part of data science. So it involves a lot of steps: gathering, organizing, analyzing, interpreting, and all those things in large volume itself. It's not just 1 or 2 pages of data you have, it's like large volumes of data to finally uncover patterns, prediction, and drive decision making. At the end of the day, I've actually I will take one proverb, right, from my manager who told uh, that earlier data science was always known as a Teflon coating for any companies, but now this has become a necessity. This has become a necessity because we have seen that a lot of decisions are being driven, right, through the data, because data never lies. Data never has bias. Data never has bias. So now the organizations have started seeing the power of data science, the decision driven through data, because it will never lie and it will never have a human bias, which we generally all the humans are. Clear, everyone? Guys, understand what is a key key usage of data science in any organization? Okay, cool. I think nobody's answering. Guys, what happened? Show some enthusiasm. I know it's a Saturday, right? Now, what are the field of where data science is used? Somebody was asking, be pharmacy, right? Do you see data science is also used in healthcare? Data science is also used in healthcare, right? I'll tell you how you can utilize your domain knowledge or something over there. I have some slides for that, right? But let me tell you a brief about me, my background, right? So I started as a mechanical engineer, so I joined G Transportation. Then I worked in the healthcare sector. I worked in the retail sector. Now I'm with the food and beverage sector, right? So now data science is basically a domain agnostic. Data science is a domain agnostic field, be it in the business and the finance, right? Think about financial modeling, who to give credit cards, who not to give credit cards to, right? Fraud detection. So you're doing some transactions. Have you ever seen when you do some transaction uh, more than let's say X INR, it will block your transaction? Has everyone seen that? That you do some X amount of transaction, it will block the transaction. Or you try to do X, Y, Z, A, all these type of transaction, and let's say the last transaction gets blocked. Why? Because the person has or the computer has seen an unusual behavior. It's not a person who has seen, it's a computer, it's an algorithm that has seen an unusual behavior in the pattern that you have done. You don't do these transaction day in, day out, right? So whenever a computer on an algorithm without bias sees an unusual behavior, it will go and block. That's it. Got it? So then obviously there is financial modeling. You have seen stock prices, right? Guys, the reason I'm putting a lot of emphasis on this is because I know there will be folks from all backgrounds in the session right now. Okay, so I'm just trying to give you a lot of examples which I have gone through in my 9 years, right? So that you guys can understand, oh yes, this is something which belongs to my domain. Why not try this out, right? So Mohit, is this course for non-coding, non-coding career professionals? Why not? Why not? I'll tell you. I'll tell you, right? So maybe I'll take an example of mine only, right? So I did my mechanical, for example. What do you think out of these application I can go, and I've done like 3-4 years of my mechanical this thing, right? Job. Don't you think I can actually go and do something on logistics, supply chain? Think about it. I know. Then maybe healthcare, right? So there are a lot of healthcare devices. I might have a domain knowledge that a CT machine works like this, a MR machine works like this. There are gantries, there are this thing, right? My domain knowledge will be very helpful in doing analysis on these particular this thing. So if you are also non-coding mid non-coding career professionals, try to target the domains that you have already worked for so many X number of years, and take that or pursue the same and try to build the art of data science or analyzing on top of it, which will kind of help you speed up the transition. So that's my thought. Again, everybody would have a different thought, right? But this is what my thought is. So you take care of one part of it, that you don't have to have a lot of learnings in terms of knowledge or business knowledge you want. Focus more on the field of art, the art of data science, and that's it. Cool, Mohit? Awesome. Now, let's look at, one second. Cool. Now, let's say somebody would have done their BCom, right? Bachelor's of Commerce. So they would have a lot of fundamentals on how behavioral changes are there in customers, a lot of accountancy things, right? A lot of, let's say, a lot of human psychology, be it BCom or Bachelor of Arts as well, right? You would have done a lot of, what do you say, human psychology things. You have learned a lot of human psychology things. Don't you think your domain knowledge will be very helpful in a company that does marketing and advertisements? Yes or no? Right? Then transportation and logistics. Then think about it, mechanical engineers, right? Like me, who have done a lot of route optimization in my bachelor's time, I think third year or fourth year, right? Supply chain management, all those things. MBA folks, right? MBA grads, they can also be on the route of, or basically the supply chain management side, who have done strategy management and all. Again, social sciences. Again, I was talking about BCom and BA folks, right? They have a lot of knowledge about human psychology, which obviously engineering folks don't, right? So social media analysis, opinion mining, trend identification, things the same on BCom, BA, right? See, the reason I'm putting this is everybody knows that data science is for engineers. No, I am just trying to move away saying that data science is just for just for engineering students. It's not. Trust me, it's not. Right? So the reason I'm giving so many of examples which are related to BCom and BA as well, right? Then somebody was asking about B pharmacy, right? B pharmacy. Doctors, like I have seen, so again, my younger sister, she's a doctor, right? So she's also looking at a lot of these analysis when it comes to their screens and all. It enables the doctors also to kind of what they say, do a focused treatment, maybe to the folks, to the patients, right? So they have like 100 patients. My sister has to like treat 100 patients and all. And she knows that because of the vitals going here and there, the prediction algorithm says that these 5 folks are like very critical. So my sister and the other doctors can focus on those 5 folks, right? So if she also gets this hang of what data science is, obviously she will not move from an MBBS to a data science, but she also gets this art of having this data science. It will be really helpful for her in the coming years, whenever till the time she is a doctor or she practices being a doctor, right? So again, cybersecurity, most of the folks are like they have done their cybersecurity courses. Trust me, this is one of the biggest option in today's world, especially on the threat detection and anomaly detection. Right? So there are a lot of applications in the field of data science, right? Very much domain agnostic, very much. So irrespective of what domain you come from, it is going to be equally challenging, I would say, to come into the field of data science. So guys, just move away from the thought process that I'm an engineering student, it will be super easy for me. I'm a computer science grad, it will be super easy for me. Computer science grads, coding will be super easy for you. Maybe maths is not, right? or domain knowledge is not, right? So again, I'm not saying that it is very challenging. If you have a structured approach, which I'm going to talk about in the next slides, it is going to be very easier for you to get transition into the field of data science. All you need is, I'm telling you right away, all you need is practice, the 2P. All you need is 2P, practice and perseverance. All you need is practice and perseverance, just 2Ps. And trust me, it will be really helpful for you guys to transition into the field of data science. Cool? Everyone clear? I know I took a lot of time, but this is super important for every one of us to understand before I move on any later. Everyone clear? I see only Abhishek answering. Okay. Cool. So the reason we have this kind of example, Amazon. Everybody uses Amazon, right? Everybody uses Amazon. Now think about it. Again, when I'm saying Amazon, it's Flipkart, Myntra, anything, right? Any e-commerce site, think about it. We have seen a lot of utility of data science on that. Personalized recommendations. Personalized recommendation. Now think about it. If let's say, think about it not from an e-commerce sector. Okay? Think about it from a healthcare sector. Just think about it from a healthcare sector. I'm just trying to show that these recommendations are not just for an e-commerce sector. Let's say a B-pharmacy student, right? The reason I'm taking this example is someone actually asked me the same, right? Healthcare sector. So think about it that if you have done an analysis, right? And if you're kind of trying to make a medical GPT, I know this doesn't exist as of now, right? A medical GPT, that people will give very basic kind of, I'm just hypothesizing something, right? Some basic, this thing, right? Let's say some basic ailments, some basic ailments. And then maybe it recommends things like crocin and all those things, which we know what it is. But maybe someone makes something like this, again, not very helpful because doctors, nothing can replace doctors. But basic ailments like I'm sneezing, I'm coughing throughout the day, what should I have, right? Think about it from someone who has done chemistry, who has done chemistry, right? Personalized recommendation. So things like, I'm trying to make a plastic. I'm trying to make a chemical composition of a plastic, right? And this should be 100% biodegradable, right? Someone can literally go and do simulation on this. You might have a lot of data. This is this much degradable. So these compositions is like 20% degradable. These compositions of a chemical, this thing is like 90% biodegradable. If somebody is trying to make 100% biodegradable plastic, what should be the composition? Just think about it. It's more of a recommended composition to make a plastic. Go ahead and test it. Let's see it's 100% biodegradable or not. Again, so the personalized recommendation which is there for Amazon itself is very much relevant in the field of healthcare, in the field of chemistry, right? So one example I can take from my working when I was in the healthcare sector is I was looking at a lot of devices, medical devices, those were to go into a kind of think about it going. So they need an overhaul, right? They need a maintenance. So that the maintenance time is very less. We had to predict when it goes for a maintenance activity, and the person who goes and services these devices, they need to have the proper instruments to fix this particular maintenance, or during this maintenance they need to have the proper tools to fix it, so that the entire overhaul time is less. Again, recommendations. So we gave recommendations of what this proper tools will, right? Think about it, demand forecasting. So think about Amazon has to like forecast the demand. I gave an example over here. So instead of demand forecasting, I am trying to understand when, what is the forecasting that it needs to do an overhaul, right? Fraud detection, again, anomaly detection. Think about it, not just fraud detection. If you want to find anomalies in the devices, right? That my CT machine is just getting burnt up again and again and again and again, right? The temperature is going like crazily high, anomalously high, right? The temperature is going anomalously high. Again, a fraud detection, right? And anomaly detection. So guys, the thing is, data science is used in e-commerce. The examples I gave is from the e-commerce sector, but again, trying to mainly focus on it's a domain agnostic sector. It's a domain agnostic sector. It's a domain agnostic field. Make sense, everyone? Yes, no? Any questions, any doubts? Guys, I hope you guys are getting the essence. So, because again, I really want this 2 hours to be fruitful to you, fruitful for everyone. Hopefully, you guys are getting a sense of the domain agnostic piece, which I'm trying to focus on, right? Awesome. So again, just a few more examples. Digital assistants, we have all seen Alexa and all the things. Social media recommendations, we have seen Facebook, this thing recommendation, Facebook, Instagram following recommendations and all. Traffic prediction, a very big, a kind of a very important, especially where I stay, Bangalore, right? And people are the traffic. This thing is. Bangalore, they are trying to implement a lot of this traffic prediction so that you don't get like there's no traffic bottleneck or something, right? So again, very important in today's life, right? So again, Abhishek, no, domain agnostic and product oriented are different. Domain agnostic means that irrespective of what domain you are in, the theory still applies. Product oriented is more of for that particular product you are trying to do the respective tasks, right? So those are very different. Domain agnostic is very different. Product oriented is very different. Okay. Health and fitness app, Fitbit, you know. Then you have the Samsung Watch, right? Netflix, Spotify, a very big, what is example of today's data science life, right? Now, coming to the most interesting part, which is like what are the different skills that are required at a broader level. Then I'll also have some analysis from obviously Alex. I picked it up from the LinkedIn, right? And then some of the word cloud which I've tried to make, right? So I'll give you a brief this thing on this. Now, somebody was asking me web developer, right? Which is good. Now, I've tried to answer mostly everything directly related to data or indirectly related to data also, right? So there are a lot of what do you say, a lot of options when in the field of data science. So data science, by the way, data science doesn't necessarily means data scientist, right? Data science doesn't necessarily mean data scientist, first and foremost thing, right? So data science, as I told you, it's a art of putting science in data. Again, guys, there are a lot of wrong notions about it. Data science is equal to data scientist. No, right? Data science is basically the entire domain where you put science in the data. Now, if you look at the broad scopes of whatever are required in the field of data science, it's data governance and procedures, software, databases and data management, right? Machine learning, statistics and research, data visualization, and domain knowledge. Now just think about it, that if you know a lot of data governance, that how data should flow from one to another, what are the legal aspects, things like GDPR, right? If you know how to make all of these data governance possible, and you know how to manage data steward, right? How to go from something like just doing things, let's say you are doing a lot of legal this thing on data and all. So if you if you want to pursue the field of data science, and you know that these three things can help you, of course, why not be a data steward, right? So you can be the person who architects a lot of things in terms of data, that okay, the data should flow from this to this to this, because it's legally right. You cannot take a data from here, give it to a user. You cannot give a patient data directly to the user. You have to mask them, right? The data governances and procedures, the softwares. Again, how to manage the data. Should it be in a GDPR environment? Should it be in a relational database? Should be in a database 1, 2, 3? What kind of databases, right? All of these things, you are a data steward. Like that means you know each and every bit about the data. You don't know what to do with that data, but you know each and every bit of the data piece of it. Now, if you are really good with software and data management, why not go and be a web and UI developer? So you know how the entire data management things work, how to pull data from one database to other database, how to create temporary tables, how to deal with databases and all those things. UI and web application, right? Then some part of machine learning you already know. You know what are the softwares that are needed. So let's say there are some tweets. Twitter may there are some tweets that are coming, right? It's a totally unstructured data. It's a full unstructured data, right? You don't know what is what. Chat GPT, right? You're giving some questions to the chat GPT and it is answering it. Now, if you want to store the text of what goes into the chat GPT, and you want to store them in a tabular format, let's say, let's say Abhishek asks this question at this amount of time. If you really want to store those type of data and you know some part of machine learning piece of it, statistically, the statistics or the machine learning part of it, that okay, this is how we can tokenize, for example, the text. Again, data engineer is the way forward, right? Then think about, you know a bit about data management, you don't know everything about data management. Again, machine learning engineer. So you know machine learning, you know statistics, and you know how to manage the machine learning and statistics with data management, machine learning engineer. Now, a data scientist, if you see, is pretty much starting from data management to business knowledge. So data scientist is one piece wherein you have a lot of overlap between data engineer, a machine learning engineer, and a data analyst. So being a data scientist, again, it's possible, right? But again, if you're a fresher, I would start off with data analyst or machine learning engineers or data engineers, so that moving into the field of data scientist or be a data scientist is going to be damn easy for you. That's it, right? So it's not that you cannot be a data scientist at the start. You can be, absolutely. Okay. But the thing is, if you want to see, everyone has their own pace, right? If you want to slowly be a data scientist, that is the way. If you want to directly become a data scientist, well, you'll have to put a lot of effort in that transition, is what my thought is, right? Again, these are not something which is written anywhere or anything. It's just my experience, whatever I have done, right? So I generally, whenever I see a lot of LinkedIn, this thing, I know how to transition. A lot of my college juniors also sometimes write it. Yeah, no, I'm also a mechanical engineer, what to do, right? I always give this type of thing. Okay, data analyst is the way. Maybe if you're really good with software, go for data engineers, right? If you're really good with statistics and machine learning, preferably go for a machine learning engineer and then become a data scientist. So again, what to do, what is your pace? You guys have to just think about it and then take your necessary actions to dive into that. Guys, clear? Everyone? Yes, no? So guys, the only thing is, I hope you guys, it is relevant to you, because I know there are a lot of students who are really inquisitive about, can I do this, can I do that, right? Cool. Now, let's go. What are the key skills? Somebody was asking me, what are the key skills, right? What are the different interactions? So I'll just take three for the time being, right? Why three? Because this particular visualization, the spider visualization or the web visualization, I got for three. To be very frank, that's the reason I'm taking up these three, which is your data engineer, data scientist, and data analyst, right? So now, uh, if you look at this, there are a lot of skills that are required: ML ops, data pipelines, deployment, database, data visualization, right? Let's move first to the data analyst piece of it. What do you think are the most important key skills that are required? Data visualization, storytelling, business insights, and reporting, right? So you have to do some kind of ML modeling, database, and all of this, but that is like very, so okay, how do you interpret this? The closer it is to this end of the web, the closer it is to the end of the web, the more important that particular skill is to data analyst or data scientist. So if you look at this and you are like, I'll come to it. I'll take a like good 10-15 minutes on this. Now think about it that you're like, yeah, now I am not a very good person in maths, right? I have always struggled in maths. So maybe stats and machine learning, this thing might not be suitable for you. But you know what, Arnav? I am a very good storyteller. I'm a very good storyteller. What is storytelling? That if I have, let's say, a sales data, something like this, if I have the promotion data, something like this, I know that the reason of this particular sales is because of a promotion that I did. You can fabricate story by looking at the data, which is business sensical, which makes business sense, right? That is storytelling. You know how to portray that entire visualization. You have a knack of arts, right? Those creative artistic things. You know how to show this. So all of these are business insights, deriving business insights, right? Reporting them. So maybe how to report, maybe Excel. Okay, Excel is like way too basic. Power BI, awesome. Tableau, right? Again, these are the tools that you need to do reporting or business insights, storytelling, maybe presentation. So the way I am putting this entire thing in front of you is nothing but storytelling, right? Vidya and everyone, right? The way I'm putting all of these things in front of you is storytelling, simple, right? So if you have an art of that, MIS, again, yes and no, Shiv, right? Not always, but sometimes yes. Cool, guys. I hope I answered the question of I don't see any questions. I hope I answered the question of this storytelling, data analyst, and all those things. Yes, no. Cool. Now, uh, okay, let's come into the field of data scientist. Okay. So now if you look at this, you need a lot of modeling, skills in modeling, statistics. You are really good with maths, you know how to do or how to what do you say visualize maths. Maths, many people think that it is theoretical in nature. Trust me, it is not. Trust me, maths is not theoretical. But if you think that you can visualize maths, again, stats, then part of your machine learning modeling, experimentation, A/B testing, and all of them. If you can visualize maths, again, data scientist is your way to go, right? But say you are really good with computers, you have done like coding from day one, right? You know how to make pipelines, you know how to make databases, you know how to make the entire operations, like the entire pipelining. right? Entire pipelining, data engineering. Cool, everyone. Now, this is a word cloud which I was trying to make. So what I did is I took a lot of, I took a lot of job descriptions out there, right? I took a lot of job descriptions out there. I kind of did a web crawling, uh, made this thing from a data analyst point of view, from a data science point of view, and a data engineering point of view. And these, okay, Jitendra, I'll talk about it maybe end. Okay. Achha, theek hai, chalo, I'll talk about the pipelining. So pipelining is nothing. So think about it that you have, okay. Let's say you have an Excel sheet. I have some time, so let me just use that to explain this. Okay. Cool. So let's say this is one Excel sheet. Okay. This is one Excel this thing wherein you have a lot of data. Okay. This is another workbook where you have nothing, like it's a blank. If you want to copy paste this, I'm taking a very easy example of to understand what is pipeline. This is an Excel sheet. This is an Excel sheet 2 or an Excel workbook 2. You have a lot of data in this Excel and you want to copy this data to another Excel sheet over here. What will you do? What are the steps you do manually? Guys, can I get some answers? Okay, good one. So Jitendra, good. So you will select all, then you will do Control C, and then you will do Control V. These are the steps you did manually, everyone. Now, what you did is, let's say you have to do this for 1,000 Excel sheets. Think about it. You have to do that for 1,000 Excel sheets. Is it feasible manually? Is it feasible manually? Absolutely not, right? What will you do? Maybe you'll write some macro. Maybe you will write some, let's say a code to automate it. Right? So this automating thing is nothing but you are making a pipeline to carry out this particular task. This to this to this. Make sense? Yes or no? So you will do some kind of automation to make this pipeline possible so that you can do the task of 1,000 Excel sheet copy paste, not manually, but in an autonomous way. This is a very simple way of how pipelining works. Again, it's not that this is the only thing. There are complex pipeline systems, right? There are complex container storage and all those things. Again, for a later time, not for freshers and all, but a very simple way to understand pipelines. Cool. Did that answer the question? Somebody had it out. Okay. So now, if you look at this, so there are few of the, what do you say, few job descriptions which are looking. So we look at the data analyst role, which I was telling over here, data analyst. You see a lot of business insight, storytelling, data visualization. It is actually there. Do you see data visualization? So how do you read this? Bigger the word font size, more important it is. What are the key skills that are required for a data analyst, right? Then do you see querying, dashboard, management, reporting, SQL, Excel, Power BI, Tableau. These are the same things which I was doing, which Alex pretty much covered here also. And these are from real world data, real world job descriptions. So I took around, I think, 100 in each of them. And I just ran a code to make this work through. Make sense? Right? Similarly, if you look at data science, data mining, machine learning, natural language processing, NumPy, Pandas, Docker, data wrangling, machine learning, right? One thing which is common across all of them is this word now. Can everyone see? Obviously, it has to be, right? The word data is common across data engineer, data science, and data science. Right? Mathematics, again, very prominently out there in the market. Do you see mathematics over here in data analyst a lot? Right? There is statistical, but it's very less. Okay. Again, if you're really looking for a data analyst roles, statistical is there, but again, more focus is on querying, dashboard management, and all those things. Then you have things like deep learning, cleaning, predictive analysis, Python, clustering, statistics, right? More of data science skills. Now, if you look at the data engineering part of it, you have a lot of warehousing things, Spark, you have things like Apache Spark, which is like a tool. Then you have ETL, which is nothing but extract, transform, and load. Then you have databases, right? How to deal with databases. Guys, can you see this one? Where was the data engineer? Database. It's very important. Data pipelines. All of these things. Do you see this? Pipeline, database, integration, right? ETL. All of these things are pretty predominantly like coming out very important from a key skills that you need. So again, I think AlmaBetter team will share this PPT with you, right? This is a word cloud that I made, I think 2 days back, right? So it is a data as new as like 2 days back, which is 22nd of June. Guys, did this answer a lot of questions in terms of skills and all? What are the skills that are required? Any questions on pretty much the skills that is required? All good? Yes, no? Okay, so again, just because this is sometimes it's very difficult to actually interpret this. So we have just come out with the key skills. Alan, just so see, which has to be more focused on? First, attack what you want to be. Okay, first and foremost, think about what you are more comfortable with. That should be the first step. What you are more comfortable with. There are so many things, so many skills, right? It's not even possible to like be a master of everything. Ask yourself what you are more comfortable with. Mathematics, statistics, experimentation. What is more comfortable with? Look at a lot of free resources. I think AlmaBetter has a lot of free resources. Go through them, right? Literally go through them. Think about going through them and understanding, okay, you are able to understand, great. You're not able to understand, maybe that's not something you're comfortable with. So just try to figure out what you're more comfortable with. Second, from here, what I would want you to do is check whichever things you're comfortable, which of these 3 categories do you fall into mostly, right? So category, let's say pick your category, right? The next thing is enhance, right? Now, whenever you're picking up category, let's say I am picking up data science, okay? So stats, machine learning, modeling, and experimentation are the 3 important things which I need, okay? So I fear maths, for example. I fear maths. So what I'll do, I'll focus on mathematics first. So then whatever you're comfortable with, whatever you are not very easygoing, but you have a knack of doing that, try to prioritize them. So enhance by prioritization. enhance by prioritization, and the last is keep evolving. Keep evolving. Right? So Alan, the question which you have asked is not like there's one answer to it. It entirely depends on what you want to achieve in the field of data science. Yes. Cool. Could you interpret data structures and algorithms plus data? What is interpret? Did you mean could I join or could I put a relevance between data structure and DSA and data science? Is that what you meant, Jitendra? I don't know. Interpretation of data structure and algorithm. We learn DSA. Obviously, say again. DSA is nothing but maybe okay. I would try to keep it very simple so that everyone understands. Again, I'm not trying to be a computer science grad or trying to answer a computer science grad. Data structure and algorithms, think about it is as an effective way to solve a problem. Right? In order to solve a problem, you can have, okay, 1 plus 1 plus 8 plus 2. Right? If you have to solve this problem, it can be solved as 2 plus 8 plus 2. It can be also solved as 1 plus 9 plus 2. It can be also solved as 1 plus 1 plus 10. 3 ways, right? We can solve it. Yes or no? Now, data structure and algorithms is like telling me which is the most effective way, which is the more optimized way. We try to understand whether a hash map is important, whether whether a hash map is easy, whether a dictionary is easy, whether this collections or this collectible is easy, but that is collectible is easy, right? Which is the most convenient and the easier way to solve a particular algorithm, or what is the most convenient algorithm to solve a particular problem, right? So obviously, it will be very beneficial for a data scientist in terms of problem solving, in terms of problem solving, in terms of coding, in terms of effective coding, right? But before even DSA and all, try to get a hang of Python first. DSAs and all comes later. Python coding, very simple things in Python is the most important thing for a fresher to even go into the field of data science. Right? I hope I answered the question. I wanted to be very simple over here because there are a lot of folks who might get scared away from the data structure and algorithms concept. Ganesh, I hope I answered the question. Okay, cool. So I think that part is basically this, your DSA, data structures and algorithms, right? Mostly on the programming skills. Guys, I hope everyone, I answered the question which I have. Obviously, it will be useful, Jitendra. See, if you learn something, what did I tell you? When I was here, what did I tell you? That whatever you learn, not everything you carry out in all the jobs. Some jobs is very, like they are very strict that I want this person to learn DS or know DS. Right? So obviously it is helpful. There's nothing like you have learned something and that will not be helpful. Cool. One second. Just give me 1 minute, now, guys. 1 minute, please. Sorry, guys. Cool. Chalo, let's start the next things. Now, what we have done is we have effectively put all the things that we saw in that word cloud and all, right? In this particular thing. So effectively, we would need to look at programming skills, right? We would need to look at things like programming skills, statistics and mathematics, machine learning, data manipulation, analysis, data visualization, problem solving, domain knowledge, communication skills, team work and collaborations, and obviously I always keep on saying continuous learning. Okay. Now, what are the suitable backgrounds for data science? Somebody was asking me this question. I don't know who, right? Uh, okay, I don't know who. But Pritesh says, I'm working in an MNC as an IT support domain. As we know, almost 30% of the IT support is done by bots. And okay, cool. I'll answer this question, but I want you guys to answer me. Okay. I want you guys to answer me. Tell me one thing. Bots and all, can it do repetitive task? Can it do repetitive task? Pritesh has a very good question. Let me answer that. Right? It's a very common question I've heard from everyone, but I really want to make a point of answering this, and you guys will answer me out. Okay. Bot can do repetitive tasks. Can bot do creative tasks like storytelling? Can bots do automatic cleaning? Can bots do automatic cleaning? Looking at the domain knowledge. Right? Do you think a bot can automatically make a code if you give a statistics? Let's say you give integration of sin x dx. If you give this, can the bot automatically automatically code it if commanded? Obviously, right? But what will be this integration is something human can only do, right? So some of these things, it is never going to replace. One thing, guys, keep it in mind. There's like, what do you say? There's a lot of time. Again, I can't guarantee it. I'm not a future teller or something. Things like it will assist us in the field of AI, replacing, maybe not today. You never know what is coming tomorrow, right? But if you look at the current situation, it is bot mostly assisting us rather than replacing us. Got it? So again, move away from the task of repetitive tasks, maybe, but be more into creative tasks, domain knowledge, which only humans can pursue. Okay? Cool. I hope I answered the question, guys. Everyone is clear, right? Pritesh, everyone else. Okay. Now, let's understand the different backgrounds and how can it be a suitable career. So this thing is all what what we have mentioned over here. If you look at this, a Bachelor of Commerce typically is very good with economics, statistics, and all those things, efficient frontier, this, that, like a lot of economical science is what they're very confident with, mathematics. Any Bachelor of Commerce out there in this group now? No one? No Bachelor of Commerce? Okay, Sharad, then you tell me, right? Uh, Again, this economics, financial data, you guys have studied during your bachelor's and all, right? The reason I'm telling this is a lot of my friends were in Delhi University, TU, and also I keep on talking to them sometimes here and there. So I typically keep on getting these things in terms of economics data, right? Problem solving. Again, problem solving gets something like it's everywhere, right? Be it commerce, be it arts, be it engineering, science, anything. Problem solving is more of an art to solve a particular data science. We have all done puzzles and all those things when we were kids, right? Domain knowledge. Now, commerce folks have a lot of domain knowledge, especially in analyzing financial data, economics, forecasting marketing trends, right? So again, collaboration, teamwork, communication skills. Jitendra, I'll try to have that. Okay, just give me some time. I think we have tried to answer that in a few this thing, right? I think we have tried to uh, do that, a possible roadmap for data science. Okay. So we'll try to touch upon that. We have that. Okay. Cool. So now again, the only thing which I want to be really again predominantly focusing is it is domain agnostic. Only thing I'm trying to focus over here is, be it you're a Bachelor of Commerce, you see that you already possess a lot of these things. Maybe the things which you have to focus on in is data visualization, data manipulation, machine learning, programming skills. Maybe focus on these things. If you want to really go into the field of data scientist, maybe only data analyst, then data visualization, data manipulation, and analysis are the two things which you have to focus on, right? Engineering and other sciences. Now, a lot of engineering folks have already done a lot of programming skills, right? Semester 1 and semester 2. I know because I kind of did a lot of coding during my semester 1 and semester 2, right? Again, statistics and mathematics, we had it in our engineering semester 1, semester 2. Now, look at what you're really inclined towards to, right? What is your comfortable area? And then maybe touch upon the things which you want to have in order to be a data analyst, data scientist, or a data engineer. Simple, right? Similarly, Bachelor of Arts. I've never seen a good, what do you say, a good creative person than Bachelor of Arts. Trust me, right? They are so creative sometimes that you might not even think that you can actually think about this particular way and or think about the story in this particular way. They somehow possess that knack of putting something in a very visualization format or very creative format, right? Again, analyzing human behavior, sentiment analysis, natural language processing. Again, some of the things which you can really, the reason I'm telling this is because I've interacted with a lot of folks, right? So this is something which you can really think about, right? The storytelling piece, the data visualization, storyteller, reporting. So try to be more on or exploit the already skills that you have. Clear? Now, I think before I move on to this, any questions, any doubts, guys? I know there was one thing about the roadmap. I'll try to see if at the end I can have like a mind map over here. But any questions, any doubts till now? Okay. Now, I think Bachelor of Science, it's actually coming under the field of other sciences. So think about it now, you have done, let's say the domain knowledge. So maybe programming skills is not something in the other sciences, right? But think about it, person who has done a BSc in computer science, right? So again, The thing is, look out or watch out for the skills that you already possess. Look out for the skills which you have already possessed. Prioritize. Prioritize what you want to be, DA, DSD, and then hone the skills that you require on what you want to be, DA, DS, or D. Make sense? Okay. Cool. So then what is very important in honing skills for especially data science? Now, if you look at, so there's something which is Kaggle. I don't know how many of you know. Kaggle competitions are very important. So the importance is not to be at first place in Kaggle competitions. Trust me, it is never to be in the first place in Kaggle competition. It is always to participate in those Kaggle competition. Try to see how much you can leverage your learning in those competitions and what are you missing out. So you have a lot of Kaggle grandmasters who participates in this Kaggle competition. Try to see what you have missed out. Right? Try to see what is missed out on whatever you have already leveraged. Right? So why they are important? Again, it has real world challenges. So a lot of companies put that, right? You get hands-on learning, collaboration, and knowledge sharing. So you get a lot of people who are already Kaggle grandmasters. You learn a lot from them. Then you benchmark yourself. How can you keep on improving? And you also get exposure because a lot of industry experts also try to practice or try to do in that. Obviously, you get exposure to a lot of industry practices. And finally, network and recognition. So if you have done really good, people will come to you and like, hey, how did you do this, right? So the way you get knowledge from everyone else, you can be the one who can get recognized about new ideas which you have put, right? Again, Kaggle is something where any fresher can also go. There are a lot of data out there. Try to keep on or leverage the learnings which you have already done. Try to leverage them, see where you stand, and then maybe see what you have missed out so that the next data which you pick up, you can add whatever you missed out to whatever you have already learned. So this is how you will cyclically keep on learning again and again and again, or keep your learning progress going on. Clear? Okay, so people are like, how to start Kaggle, guys? So whenever you log into Kaggle, okay, don't look at all the data out there. Okay, I am a person who likes to do a lot of study in e-commerce. Okay, I have done something on healthcare. So if you go to the data set, you can literally search over there healthcare data. Pick up a data set. Okay, let me show. Instead of talking in the air. Can everyone see the Kaggle? Right? So what you do is just search here about, I was trying to do something on, I was actually looking at these Spotify and all. I was trying to look at some music related data set. So I just created music features. If you look at this data now, it tells you that this is a file name, the different what do you say, characteristic which is there in this particular file. What is the tempo? What is the beats? What is the chroma? Whatever is this, right? RMSE, spectral centroid, spectral bandwidth, roll off. Now, what I did over here is when I was looking at this particular data, I literally went ahead and did some analysis. And maybe what you can do is you can actually go ahead and cluster them, saying that things like this particular data are all Punjabi songs. because they have a very similar spectral centroid, spectral bandwidth, and all those things. These are all English songs, English and then that to metal songs, right? There were different kind of characteristics. So in this way, you can start understanding what did I do over here? What did I do? I just use the fundamental of clustering. I just use the fundamentals of cluster. So I learned about this. What is a clustering? How clustering happens? K-means clustering. Then again, K-means, K-medoids, and all those clustering pieces, right? So what are the different clustering pieces? Then DB scan is there. Again, a lot of algorithms that goes into this clustering. And then I tried figuring out, can I cluster these together? Again, the reason was I was really interested in understanding what features makes a music. Simple. Right? So my only suggestion is don't go and look at all the data set out there. Look at what interests you. And automatically you will get to know how you can achieve them or what you need to do for them. Okay, guys, clear? Alan, I hope I was able to answer the question. Everyone, yes, no. Okay. Now, these are some of the skills we have under this thing. So one of the roadmap, I think somebody was asking, right? Jitendra, please provide a roadmap for data science. So now think about it. So again, there is, as I told you, right, there is nothing like a one roadmap, or there's nothing like a one shoe size fits all, right? There's nothing like a roadmap for data science. So always, so there are some steps which are very common. So things like data collection. This thing can be easily done by Kaggle. Data pre-processing. Maybe look up for some free courses on AlmaBetter. If you're already a student of AlmaBetter, you know that. So there are a lot of things you can do from here. There are a lot of free courses. I think Manjul will be talking about it in the next few slides. There are a lot of free courses you can understand from a data pre-processing standpoint. Exploratory data analysis. So if you want to really have a structured way of how to do a data science project, this is the way, or this is the way of how you can progress with it. Now, let's say I have done data collection, right? I know what is data collection. Then I did a data processing. When I was doing a data processing, I understood that there is something which I'm missing. Maybe I'm not able to fill some missing values. I'm not able to fill some missing values. What do I do? Go and learn. Go and learn how to fill, and then start incorporating them in your kitty, right? Then maybe I'm doing some exploratory data analysis, right? I know how to find out outliers. I know how to maybe make a normal distribution. I know that, right? But then I don't know what are all the steps of making it a normal distribution, how to normalize the data, right? Go ahead and read it, learn. So this way, step by step, again, don't be like, okay, I've not done anything, but I'll do model evaluation and model optimization, guys. But you have to go with a step by step this thing. You cannot be like, I will learn statistics, or maybe I'll learn deep learning. This is, I've seen a lot of folks doing this. I'll do deep learning and I don't know anything about machine learning. Guys, you can do it. Again, I'm not saying, but again, you'll miss out a lot of things in terms of understanding if you don't have a very good grasp on machine learning pieces. Okay, so always try to follow things. So this is one thing if you really want to go into the field of data scientist or data science. See, I won't say data scientist. If you look at all of these now, these are pretty much data analyst skills. If you look at this, it's more of a data engineer and MLE skill. Machine learning engineers. Okay. If you look at this particular piece, it is more of a data scientist skills. Right? So again, try to see what you really want to become, as I was telling earlier, and then focus on learning each of the steps that is already mentioned over here. Cool. Any questions, any doubts, guys? Ganesh, I think I was able to answer your question on this thing. Okay, cool. Now you've done everything. Matlab, you've done all the learnings and everything. Okay, think about it. So again, when you're going for a job search, okay, is only learning enough for the job search, or you have to showcase or market it in that way? Is this also important? Is only learning important, or showcasing and marketing it is also important? So the way in any elections, think about it, any elections, right? You have things like manifestos and all. Think about it, you are trying to create your manifesto for job search, and that is your resume. So AlmaBetter team has come up with this effective way of how to make a resume. It should have a very clear format. There is no standard format. It should have a very clean and clear format, right? You need to highlight skills that is relevant for that particular job. You cannot have a resume. You cannot have one resume that is applicable to all the jobs, right? You have to put the skills that is relevant to that job which you have, and then pretty much make, so you have to make a lot of or you have to kind of invest a lot of time in putting the right key skills for that particular job. You have to show relevant projects for that particular job. You have to include keywords. So skills is one thing. You have to include keywords in terms of your responsibilities, roles and responsibilities, right? You have to be result oriented. You cannot be like, I have done this cleaning. I have cleaned the data. So what? So what? After cleaning, I was able to remove the outliers by 20%. That is result oriented. So every step that you have done should have a result attached to it, result oriented, right? Your education and certifications, obviously relevant to the job, relevant to the job. Your portfolios, right? The manifestos, other portfolio links like GitHub and all those things. The achievements that you have made in your career, quantify them. So I got a lot of this thing in maths. What do you say? I got a lot of, so I participated in a lot of mathematical Olympiads, achievements, right? Very relevant to the job search which I'm doing, right? Please make sure, and I've seen as a manager, right? As a manager now, I've looked at a lot of resumes right now. You have to proofread. There are very silly grammatical mistakes, one. Okay. And there are very, in order to boast about your what is the skills and all, na, you keep, sometimes people use wrong English words, right? You have to proofread, right? Even I've seen sometimes things in Chat GPT as well. Again, Chat GPT is nothing but an assistant, right? It sometimes gives wrong English words as well. I've seen that a lot of times, right? You're trying to say something and it thinks about it in a very different way, right? And it gives that wrong English. Again, try to be simple and clear. What I keep on telling is you don't have to be like a Shakespeare when you are making a resume. Never. Right? Be simple and clear. Right? And obviously, as I kept on telling, you have to customize for each and every application. So all of these things are pretty much very necessary for you guys to have a good job search and advance your career in that particular way. And especially related to job search, you have to be very much to the point, doing each and everything that is required for a data science person. Cool? Clear, everyone? Okay. So, Alan, see again, Alan, I don't know if you want to become a data scientist, right? Which of the skills you already possess? Within stats, how much do you think you possess? So, if you want to really focus on being a data scientist, right? Then how good are you with machine learning? How good are you with statistics? How good are you with experimentation? Now, if you're not good with any of these things, maybe refer to the free resources that is there in AlmaBetter. If you're already AlmaBetter student, then focus on the experimentation, A/B testing hypothesis, and all those things, right? The basics of it. Try to get that. You know? So it's again. So I think I've already listed that down, Alex, here. Sorry, Alan. Look at this. Where did I write? One second. Okay. I don't know where did I write that. Ah. So again, the simple steps is look out for already the key skills that you already have, right? I can't right now, obviously I can't tell you what are the key skills that you already pursue, right? Then prioritize what you want to be. Let's say you are saying data scientist. Go back to this, right? Data scientist may you have machine learning, stats, and experimentation. Okay. Now you have all these three skills which you have to do. Skill number one, skill number two, skill number three. How good are you with this? How good are you with this? How good are you with this? Then maybe you say I'm 60% confident on the courses or all the things that is there listed in AlmaBetter's portal, right? I understand 60% of it. What am I missing? I'm missing 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the 4 things which I'm missing, that 40%. Now try to gather or try to learn, right? If I have to learn this, okay, this is a video which I have to look at AlmaBetter's this thing. This is what I have to look maybe outside, maybe some YouTube channels. And this is the quiz that I have to attend in AlmaBetter to see how am I doing. Again, there is, as I kept on telling, right? As I kept on saying, right, it is nothing to do with there is one shoe size or one particular format. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you get everything. Okay, so it's more about lookout, prioritize, and home. That is only what I can say. Clear? So the next thing is people don't just look at the technical aspects, they also look at the behavioral aspects. How do you articulate? How do you solve a problem? What are the steps? Do you like jump onto the problem directly or do you ask questions before solving the problem? How adopt like what do you say? How can you embrace new technologies? How adaptable you are, right? If you are thrown in a very so let's say sometimes people ask questions which you've never looked at, right? They want to understand how adaptable you are. How do you come out of that situation which you are never been in, sorry, right? Swarnava, I think AlmaBetter team, Manjul and AlmaBetter team, can you answer the question which Swarnava has asked, please? Because I'm not sure about it. So again, collaboration. So they tried to ask you some question which will show that are you collaborative enough, right? What are the different business acumen? So nothing is very much technical, but this is more about how how you, this is more about how you attend a particular problem. How you attend a particular problem in terms of behavior. Clear? Again, there are technical aspects which I think I've talked about a lot in the session already. Right? So now, I think continuous learning, needless to say, right? You have to always, and if you remember, this is one thing which I was kept on focusing on: creative and innovative. Always focus on this. Always have a knack of being creative and innovative, not something which is kind of repetitive in task. Okay. So I think that's pretty much it. So I would just ask Manjul to take up some of the AlmaBetter free courses that we already have, right? And how I would be also assisting Manjul in answering some of these things, right? Just 1 second. I'll be also assisting Manjul in talking about some of these things and how they are relevant to the field of data science. Okay. Manjul, you can start. I'll keep on bringing in.
Sure, Arno. Thank you so much. And till now, I got a lot of questions, even in the chat box regarding the eligibility, whether I'm from a technical background or I'm from a non-technical background, and is this course is something that is eligible for me. And Arno, as you said, there are a few things that a particular learner needs to learn. It doesn't depend, from which background you're coming from. But the reason behind a lot of confusion about the course that one particular student wants to do, or if he can pursue it or not, it completely depends upon the amount of research that you have done on this particular topic, right? So other than the paid version that we have of the AlmaBetter courses that we provide, we also do have a lot of free resources, right? From where a student not only gets to know about the things that are being covered in this particular domain of data, but also comes to know that if he is from a some different kind of a field, what kind of offerings this domain has for them, right? So first and foremost thing that we have on our website, Arnav, is the AlmaBetter Bytes part, right? Where we have like articles and tutorials. A lot of questions were coming how DSA could be used in data science, or multiple questions that are being used in real time. So if you can just open this particular page, Arnav, the explore articles wala part.
Okay.
If you want, I can share my screen.
Yeah, that would be better.
That would be better, yeah. All right, I'm just sharing my screen. I believe it is visible to all, right?
Yeah.
All right. So first thing that we do here is that if you go to the AlmaBetter website, right, even if you're an unpaid student, this is how the home page looks like for the free users out here. You can just go to this Bytes wala section. All right. And here you will come across with articles, or you can say blogs. Every day, we keep on updating about few of the topics that are currently relevant in this industry, because I've heard a lot about chat GPT, but how is that currently working, how it is operating, it is being stated here. So you can keep yourself updated by going through all these blogs, and these are completely free. You need not to pay any specific amount for this. Other than that, if you're a data science student, you can just click on this particular part. You can just get a lot of information from here only, types of Python jobs that are there in the market, about the data privacy, data science, how it is working in the fintech industry. So if you have a background in fintech, how data science can enhance your career, how what kind of skill sets do you need to enhance your career there. So a lot of such articles are there. So I just strongly advise all the learners that before you think that I need to complete this particular program, or I need to do this particular program, you need to go through certain blogs, because the more you are aware about the things that are happening in the surrounding, the more answers you will get about the queries that you have in your head regarding this particular domain or the course, right? What are they? Again, it's like data engineering projects to keep up your skills. Then we have the project that Arna was recently talking about, the credit risk using the machine learning and the Python thing. And there are like multiple such articles that are being posted out here, right? How data scientists leverage chat GPT and something like that. So, you can just go through maybe 5 to 10 articles from here, and you can learn a lot about how this domain is working. And it should be, again, a continuous process. You should keep on studying these blogs to be more aware about the things that are happening, in this particular ecosystem. Again, in the byte section only, you will get tutorials, right? Let's assume that this is a Python tutorial. Just click on this. Many of you might not have learned Python before. Many of you might have learned Python before. But again, the first thing that you come across here is getting started with Python, a basic brief about what Python is, what Python programming is, what are its features and applications. Just click on here. You will just get the overview of the Python part, how it looks like, what is Python programming. You can just have a quick read over this. You can just go through it, understand from where it started, why it becomes so famous, what is it, how it can help you in data science. So all these things are being mentioned here only in this particular tutorial, I would say. Just go through this. You will also get to understand about a lot of terminologies that are being used in Python, like, the open source, high level language, versatility that is there on this particular, that is attached to this particular programming languages. Then, how Python is used in different industries. Arnav was already talking about, data science, machine learning. Then you have like scientific computing or automation and scripting. So you get a basic understanding that if I'm learning about Python, what is the use of it when it comes to the data science part. So that is how, we have built these tutorials. And it's not only limited to Python. You can just go back and you get about data science, then node.js, that is for web development, SQL, a very important query language that is being used here in data science. You also get to know a lot about it. Again, it's free of cost. You don't have to pay anything, but there is a lot of knowledge that you're gaining going through all these tutorials, all these notes that are there on the website of AlmaBetter. You just have to log in and you just, found this, you can find this particular page. Other than that, we are also adding lot more videos to it as well. There are more free courses that are already there on the homepage. I will discuss about them as well. And there are more interview preparatory questions and videos that are also being, available, not only on the website, but also on the YouTube channel of AlmaBetter. I will be discussing about that as well. Coming to the slide part again, we discussed about the articles, the tutorials. Then, you can even visit our, website as well. That is AlmaBetter. I'm just pinging the link out here directly in the chat section so that you guys can visit that. So what you will find is a lot of videos, sampling and statistical inference. If you go to the playlist wala part, you will figure out that there are like multiple free videos of a lot of topics being discussed here. Let's assume there is SQL for data analytics. It's from the, lot of, like 2 hours of lecture are here. So you can just go through them. You can just understand what SQL is, why it is being used in data domain. So there are like multiple such playlists out there that is available on the YouTube channel of AlmaBetter, like, introduction to Python, that is only for beginners. Again, 40 minutes of lecture, an hour of lecture, 2 hours, multiple, lectures are out here. So even before you start your particular course, you can go through all these videos and, get yourself understandable about the things that you will be learning, in these upcoming classes of the AlmaBetter course that we provide here at AlmaBetter. I've pinged that particular link also, on the chat box. If you can just see, all of you can visit the AlmaBetter YouTube also and can watch a lot of lectures. And other than that, all those recordings that a lot of learners were talking about the master classes that are already there, previous, all the recordings of the master classes. You can even see, Arnav taking a lot of master classes before as well, that are also uploaded here. So you can enhance your understanding by going through the recordings of these master classes if you have missed it. So this was, yeah, Arnav.
Sorry. So Manjul, as Manjul was already mentioning, right? You can see that some of these SQL, some of these things are pretty much the pointers which I was already talking about during the session. So it is not just that like the entire piece of what is present in this looks very connected with whatever I was already talking about in the session for like 1.5 hours. So again, before, as my Manjul was saying, that before even looking at whether you should this course is for you, whether you have a lot of questions, right? You can get a lot of those self answers through the link which I think Manjul has already provided, with some of the free courses that are resources which are there. I think this will be a good testimony for all of you to understand, yes, this is something which I really want to do, and then maybe dive in deeper again going forward with AlmaBetter, again the other things which I think Manjuli will be taking.
Yeah, so again, going ahead with the website part that we have, where the tutorials and the blogs were mentioned, the articles part, going through the videos of the YouTube channel of AlmaBetter that we have. You can even join some of the pages, here at Telegram channel that we have here at AlmaBetter. So one of them is the Better Jobs. Again, I'm pinging that link out there in the comment box as well. You users can join there as well. So what this Better Jobs is all about, if you just go through my screen, you will figure out that every day a lot of jobs are being posted out here on this particular channel. That means that even if you are looking forward to do this particular course, you have a very basic understanding about what kind of companies are hiring and what kind of skill sets that are being required. A lot of questions are being asked about what kind of background I need to have if I want to apply for any of the data scientist job. If you look the last of the post that's been mentioned here in the AlmaBetter jobs portal about the credit session that India that is hiring currently, the eligibility criteria is that you need to have a bachelor degree. So it has not been mentioned that you need to be a BTech one or a BCom one or a BA one. Even if you are having a bachelor degree, you can apply here. The role is of data scientist, and they're currently asking for people who are freshers. Skill sets that are required. Obviously, we all will be covering all these things in the courses that we are providing, covering the SQL part, the Python part, the R part, the statistical analysis part. So, look, daily basis, lot of these job postings are being updated here. Again, Astha Trade is hiring. Eligibility, you just need to be a bachelor. So even if you are not having that background of technical domain, you can get into this very easily. Lot of such jobs are available there. Pegasus is hiring, again requiring only a bachelor degree. Then we have like Top Gear Consultants that is hiring. They just need a bachelor degree. Then we have like Mindtickle, which is hiring. What they need, just a bachelor degree. So it's nothing being mentioned that there is a specific background that one needs to have if they want to apply for this particular program. So you guys can even join this Telegram channel and can understand that every day like 10 to 15 companies, they're offering certain vacancies on our portal. So it will not take a lot of time for you post the completion of the course to get yourself into these particular organizations, right? So you just need to upskill yourself irrespective of whatever domain you're coming from. There's one more Telegram channel that you need to join, and that is the AlmaBetter's official channel. Again, I'm pinging that in the comment section here. So if you go to this AlmaBetter official channel, you will figure out that there is a masterclass that will be coming into picture today. So there was a notification that came at around 5-10 minutes before the start of this session. So you keep yourself updated about a lot of things that are going on here at AlmaBetter. Top 16 Python applications that are there in the real world. So any new article, any new blog, any new tutorial that is being updated on the website, you get a prior information here at this particular group. Like we have like 5,000 plus members who are there in this particular group. So you keep yourself updated about a lot of things that are happening right now here at AlmaBetter. So you can even join this particular page of AlmaBetter, the Telegram channel. I've pinged the link there only, that is in the chat box section. A very cool thing that AlmaBetter provides to each of their learners, and that is Discord. It's like a community where a lot of unknown people get together and they can communicate via not only chats but also through voice messages, voice callings as well. So that is also something that is free. You can directly go to the home page. You do not to pay anything. You can scroll down to the bottom. You can join your Discord that we have here. You can just write a username out here, and let's assume that my name is Mayank.Manjul. There are 25 people who are currently online here. 700 of them are there on this particular Discord thing. You just need to choose these rabbits so that I can verify I'm not a robot. And once it is being done, you just have to fill your date of birth, and you will be into this particular Discord thing. It's a very cool thing, you know. Even if you're not part of AlmaBetter, you can get in touch with a lot of people who are planning to do this particular course, right? Look, there are like multiple people. I need to be here like for you. I need to verify my email and every other thing. But again, like if you see, there are like 600 members who are already, you know, out there who are online here, and you know, another 589 they're on offline. So you can just go through any of the you know, people out here. They're also free users. You can just type here. You can call them. You know, you can ask them to join you via call maybe. And you can also build a good network if you're looking forward to get yourself into this domain. And other than that, you know, a lot of things, you know, that are being there is a verification of email that is being required. So if you do it, you will directly be using this particular Discord wala thing. Here also, you keep on getting the notifications about all those things that are currently happening in AlmaBetter. And other than that, you know, you will also keep on getting about the information about the students who are currently getting placed, students who got recently enrolled with us, if there is any company that is coming up. So all these things, you know, takes place here, the Discord part. So that is, again, it's for the free users out here. You can go there and can explore a lot about the amount of things that we offer here at AlmaBetter. I'm just pinging the link again here in the chat box so that you guys can join the Discord channel as well. So I think, Arnav, a lot of free resources. Other than that, you know, a lot of free lectures are also, you know, available on our YouTube, sorry, on the website only. If I can just go through the website wala part, in the learning segment, Introduction to Python Programming, again, a complete 2 hour of lecture that is available there. A learner can definitely watch it. So guys, you can even go for this. A demo lecture of one of the Introduction to Python Programming is also there. Other than that, multiple coding problems are also available on our website. Coding assessments are there, quiz assessments. So you can also practice a lot of things after going through some of the videos that are available on the YouTube, so that you can get to know that how well you're doing it. And then, you know, you can just get yourself enrolled with us and go for the transition for which you're looking forward for. You know, for which you're looking forward for. So I think from here on, Arnav, you can take the quiz wala part that we have here. Right? And these are the free resources. I've already pinged a lot of things as well.
Okay, so I think I'll start the quiz.
Yeah.
I'm just... So guys, I think we have a quiz in this, and Harshini Manjul, I don't know, is there any award? Is there any prizes and all? Guys.
Yeah, we can just go ahead with the quiz wala part.
I'm just saying, obviously there are some prizes and all for the winners, right?
Yes, yes, they will be.
There are some prizes.
Yeah. So we will be mailing down all the winners, the first 3 of them, top 3. We will be mailing down them the certificates along with the prizes that we have here. You know, there are a lot of goodies also waiting for them. So we will mail them directly for that, Arnav. It would be exciting, you know, the gift hampers that we have.
And before you guys join, please make sure you put your entire name. Otherwise, whosoever just writes MM, let's say Manjul Mayank MM, that prize comes to me, Manjul, right? Whosoever wins with not his or her proper name, the prize comes to me, right?
All right.
Cool, guys. Just give me 1 minute. Just share my screen. Awesome. So I think everyone can see the screen, right? So guys, what I would ask is everyone to join this pin, right? I'll just ping it for here for everyone. So just go over here, put your proper name over there. Or maybe you can just go to kahoot.it and just put this pin. So guys, let's quickly join. This quiz is very simple, by the way, right? So whatever we have gone through today, pretty much we will be like doing some of those questions. So this is what happens when you say that you will not get the prize and I'll get the prize. Then you have full names of everyone. Okay, Tushar, Harshini and Manjul, can we look at the question which Tushar has done? So if Sandy wins, I get the prize, by the way. I don't know who Sandy is. If Sandy wins, I get the prize, by the way. Guys, with full names, please. Abhinav, I don't know which Abhinav, right? Ankit, which Ankit? Okay. Cool, guys. I think so. Just write Abhinav T, right? Abhinav. So, guys, let's start the quiz. I'll paste the link again. I don't know. Or maybe you do one thing. You guys can do one thing. Go to kahoot.it. Go to kahoot.it and just enter the game pin, which is 7304523. So maybe guys do one thing. Log in through I think incognito window. Log in through incognito. Guys, just put kahoot.it, enter, and just put the pin over here. It's 730. Yeah, you can use mobile. This is the code. Okay, guys, I think we will have to start. Okay, because I have some personal commitments at 1. So we'll have to start. Code, otherwise I've already given the code 7304523. Guys, whosoever is this, please join with your name now. Cool. Let's start, guys. So how you have to do is there will be a question over here, and you'll get 4 4 icons. You have to select a particular icon. So you'll see 4 icons over here. You have to select the icon on your screen. Triangle, rhombus, circle, and square. These are very simple things, like very common things. Standard deviation is not the average, no? It's the mean. Mean is basically the average. Okay. Shubham, Yogeshwari, and Alan. Okay. Very close competition. We saw this in the word cloud, by the way. Everywhere, in all the 3 word clouds. Good, good one. Okay, guys, next question. Whoa, good. So Yogeshwari is still leading the table. Mohit, Akshay, not very far behind. Last 2 questions. And this is nice. This is a good question. This is a puzzle we all used to do when we were kids. Good. Okay. Last question. Okay, this is also nice. Quick, guys, 15 seconds for the prize. Awesome. Let's see who won it. Awesome. Congratulations to all the winners. So Yogeshwari is first, Manish second, Jitendra third. Great. So guys, that is what I had from my end. So any doubts, any question, more than happy to answer in the next few minutes. Can I also provide the answers? The answers was already there. If you look at it, the answer was already there. Maybe in the what do you say, in the recorded session, you will see the answers are actually a tick over that answer. Cool.
Guys, Arnav, just a second. Please fill the feedback form that is there in the chat, so that it is easier for us to, distribute the prizes as well. And you can also contact our counselors if you need any help. So it's easier for us to communicate with you all. So do fill the feedback form right there in the chat section. The link is right there in the chat section.
Yeah. So Harshini, just put the chat, this thing again on the chat. I think it has gone up. Just put it on the chat or maybe on the Q&A.
Sure.
Cool. So that was it from my end. I hope every one of you enjoyed today's session. Right. We had Manjul talking about some of the free courses and all as well. So just do check them out. It is going to be a fun journey. I loved the journey and I'm still loving it for the past 9 years. So let's take on the challenge. Manjul, Harshini, do you want to take the next few slides?
Yeah, Arnav, I will be taking ahead those slides, and other than that, I will also be taking, all the admissions queries that are left behind. And then thank you so much for your time, Arnav. It was a really informative session. I enjoyed a lot, despite being, from a non-technical background, I understood a lot about data science, right? And I also advise all the learners, that just explore the free resources that I talked about, and keep things in mind, what Arnav talked about it, need not to have a lot of, technical background if you want to succeed in this field, and just keep working hard. I think that is what Arnav even did. And he's sitting here teaching all of us a lot of learnings from your end, Arnav. Thank you so much for turning up. And I will be taking this session ahead from here. Thank you, Arnav.
Thank you. So guys, I'll be dropping off, have some personal commitments, and I'll see you guys around in the next masterclass. Thank you. Thanks, Manjul. Thanks, Arshin.
Thank you, Arnav.
Yeah, thank you, Arnav.
So before we proceed ahead, again, I request all the learners, as Harshini also requested, to fill that feedback form so that we can have the understanding about how you like this session, how you rated this session. It acts like a feedback for us to improve our master classes. It's been pinged there in the chat box as well. There were a lot of admission queries that were popping up. And before I get into that, I will hardly take another 5 to 10 minutes of yours to tell you about what AlmaBetter program is, what it is offering, and how it can be beneficial for you all. So I'm just sharing my screen, and let's go through this once. So as Harini even stated when we started this particular masterclass, that what AlmaBetter is, it's a student-centric program. We believe in output learning, right? So that is what we focus on. But other than that, what we believe is that if you're learning something, try to learn from others as well. That is why we are a kind of program where we study in groups. We do projects in teams. We get ourselves prepared for the data domain jobs, or any other specific field jobs, in such a way that you learn from people who are around you, right? Because I believe that every problem statement has multiple solutions, and the best part is that we can learn about different solutions. It helps us increase our intelligence level as well. So this is what we do here at AlmaBetter. Why you should choose AlmaBetter? Obviously, the industry relevant curriculum that we are providing here, it is from basic to advanced. Everything will be taught to you from scratch. So it doesn't matter from what background you're coming from. If you have any prerequisites or not, it doesn't matter at all. You can start from the basic, from A only, and you can learn up to advanced level as well. We have live classes. So there was one of the question where one of the person asked me about that. I am currently doing a job of like 10 hours, so how will I be able to complete this program? So we have our lectures 4 days in a week, the live ones. The timings are 8 p.m. to 10:30 p.m. right? And even if you miss out those classes, you have the recorded lectures with you, so you can just go for the recorded part as well if you miss out any of the classes. So if you're a working professional, it will not hamper your studies. All the resources are even available offline to you as well. We have like 20 plus capstone project. One of the capstone projects was being discussed by Arnav recently in this particular masterclass. Other than that, we have like 31 capstone projects, out of which you can do 4 capstone projects that are pretty much mandatory for you. And there are like multiple coding problems. Other than the free resources coding problems that we have, there are multiple other coding problems that are available on our website on the paid version of the AlmaBetter. You will have weekly doubt resolution session. Other than that, you will also have like 1:1 mentorship session with the mentors who are currently working in the industry only. Again, once you will complete all these particular topics in the training program that we have for 6 months, we also prepare you for the interviews with like 50 plus mock interviews scheduled for you, resume building and every other thing that is being used or needed to prepare you for the interviews. We will be doing it here with like 500 plus hiring partners. As I already told you, even on the Telegram page, that every now and then a lot of companies come up with a lot of offerings for you. So we have like 500 plus hiring partners, and that is why we are pretty confident offering you this 100% job guarantee program that we have here at AlmaBetter. What is the path of doing your course at AlmaBetter? You sign up with us, you enroll with us by paying a registration fees. I will even be talking about that as well. You start your learning journey that will be of 6 months, and guys, these 6 months will be very vital for your career as well, because you will be learning a lot of things, you will be understanding a lot of things. After the completion of the course, you have to sign an income sharing agreement with us, and at that point of time, even your registration fees that you're paying us initially is refunded back to you. In that ISA, it is being mentioned that if AlmaBetter provides you a job of 5 lakhs per annum minimum or above that, then only you have to pay us our tuition fees. Else you don't have to pay us anything. You start with a placement program that we call as AlmaX, where we prepare you for the mock interviews, resume building, and every other thing. And you get the transition with the help of the 500 plus hiring partners that we have with us here at AlmaBetter. It's very simple. And trust me, it will be a path where you will learn a lot, unlearn things a lot, and then relearn it. So that's how we try to keep this particular course. For the first 6 months, you just keep on learning a lot of things. Next 3 months, we ensure that you are getting yourself your dream job for which you have applied at our particular program, at our particular portal. I already discussed about the live lectures, lab experiments, projects, assignments, group discussions, community participation, guest lectures. Is like, Arnav had today for like 1.5 hours, 2 hours. So we have like guest lectures as well. Mentorship session is there. Capstone projects are there. Competency challenges are there. So there are a lot of things that are there, in this particular module of 6 months that we offer to our learners. We have like 500 plus hiring partners, which are ranging from the product-based companies to the service-based companies. A lot of them are like, big tech giants, while a lot of them are, new startups like Cred. It's a new startup, Disney Plus Hotstar, although it's a big name, but it started recently only. Amazon, it's a huge tech company. Uber, huge tech company. Citibank, again, a huge banking company. Flipkart, huge e-commerce company. So we have companies from different domains as well, right? Some of them are from fintech, some of them are from e-commerce, some of them are from the IT firm. And that's how you get yourself transitioned. Even if you have experience in some other field, you can get yourself transitioned into these fields by upskilling yourself, obviously. Interesting thing to see here, that how salary is being distributed for the AlmaBetter graduates. All those people who graduate from AlmaBetter, obviously a lot of freshers, they range in the salary that is ranging in between 5 to 7 lakhs per annum. 19% of the students do lie in this particular salary range. Then there are a lot of students, like 29% of the students do fall in the category of 7 to 8 lakhs per annum. Getting 8 lakhs per annum is a very good deal if you're starting as a fresher. But the biggest jump that we witness is in the salary range of 8 to 9 lakhs per annum. Like 37% of the students, that almost means that out of every three students that is getting placed, one of them is getting placed in the CTC of 8 to 9 lakhs per annum. That itself is a huge thing. But again, there are a few things that needs to be noticed, that there are like 15% of the students that are getting salary package that is more than 9 lakhs per annum. 3% of them even are getting a salary package of more than 10 lakhs per annum. So these things, really motivates a lot of learners, that there are a lot of AlmaX students who qualified, for the placements are getting a salary that is more than 10 lakhs per annum. That is a good thing, you to have if you're a fresher. Even if you're from a different background, any salary above 10 lakhs per annum is huge. That is why we say that our average salary package, it ranges in between 8 to 12 lakhs per annum, because we have witnessed a lot of students getting themselves this particular CTC when they're getting a transition into this data domain. Meet our instructors and mentors. Even Arnav is one of our instructors out here who takes a lot of classes. Other than that, we have Soumya Mishra, who is working as a software engineer. She's an SDE too, at Microsoft. Then we have Abhinav, who is a senior data scientist at Swiggy. Then we have Shubham Mohapatra, again working as a manager in the data analytics part. Dream11, we have people from IBM, and multiple tech companies. A lot of instructors are here. You can even find a lot of learners who are from the FANG companies, or you can say MANG, because Facebook is now known as Meta. So we have also learners and instructors and mentors from there as well. Some of the success stories, if you will visit our website, again, it's a free user website that we have. you will figure out that all these learners got themselves transitioned from a different background into the data domain part. A lot of videos are also being attached about them so that they can tell you about their journey, how successfully they got their transition from one field to another field, or if they were from the very same field, how they got this particular hike as well. I will just let you go through a quick student dashboard walkthrough, that how our dashboard looks like once you enroll with us. So this is how the student dashboard looks like. I'm already enrolled with the cohort Paris program that we have here at AlmaBetter. So this is how the homepage looks like. I have my upcoming class that is already being scheduled, that is being shown here to me. Then I have like all the modules that are being taught here at AlmaBetter in these 6 months. If you see introduction to Python programming, where we will have Python, then we have numerical programming in Python, relational database, data visualization tools, applied statistics, machine learning, a lot of things that are being offered. Other than that, you can also choose one of the elective subjects. It's up to you if you want to do it. Product analytics is there, machine learning distributed part, deep learning, that is already there. You start with any of the topic, you go through their videos, you get certain quiz, you work on their assignments, and also you get certain interview based questions as well while you're doing all these courses. What is Python? Explain how Python is an interpreted language. So there are like 50 interview questions that are being given to you, so that other than preparing only the technical stuffs, you're even working on the interview part as well while you're learning things here at AlmaBetter. So this is what we do. We try to make sure that we are completing end to end process of learning a particular topic. You can directly get yourself into the live classes. At the classroom part, you will have the join class option. You can directly click here, get yourself into this particular class. If you want to watch some of the recordings, it's available here only. Let's assume data visualization is being completed, the recording lectures are there, the notes are also being attached with the same. Web scraping using Python, again, you can watch the recorded lectures as well. So even if you miss out the lectures, you will get the recorded format as well here. If you want to join the upcoming classes, it's been saying that in 6 hours the class will start, and obviously 15 to 20 minutes prior of the starting of the class, this join class tab gets access. You can click on this and can get yourself into the classroom directly. A lot of questions for practice, I already told you about this. Other than the detection part, that the credit card detection part that we have, there are like 31 projects that are ranging from different industry. We have projects from Zomato, we have projects from Netflix, we have projects from Airbnb, then we have it from Google Play. You can just go click on any of them and you will find the problem statement, what the problem statement is, and then what is the what kind of data values you will be getting to solve those particular problems. A presentation video will also be given to you, that how you can present your particular project once you have completed it, and then you can just submit this project after taking help of all these things. So that was the part of the project part. Mentorship session, again, a very interesting mentorship session that we have. You can book your mentorship sessions. We provide like 6 mentorship sessions to our learners out here, and you can get yourself, you can book mentorships with the industry experts that we have out here. You can simply click on any of the date or time preference that you have for any of the timings. Let us assume I want to book it for on 29th of June, maybe in between 12 to 2, half an hour, 45 minutes of session these takes place, and you can just book by adding the suitable date and time preferences out here, right? And once you are done with that, you can even check your bookings out here, if you have done any bookings of the mentorship sessions that we have. If you have any previous bookings, obviously it will be shown here. If you want to give a feedback to our mentors, you can also give it there as well. If you have any doubts, you can directly go to the my tickets part that was there, right? And go to the forums part, and you can just post any of your doubts if you have. If you're not taking any of the live classes, and if you're offline, you can just choose your topic, post the topic in which you are having your doubts. You can write that question in which you have your doubt, and you can even attach a screenshot of any of the problem. If you have, you can post it, save it. Our subject matter expert team will get in touch with you and will let you know the solution of this particular program, that the question that you have asked. Other than that, you can go to our community as well. So getting into community means you get to know about a lot of people who are currently studying with you, like, in this cohort Paris. Other than the students that we have, a lot of previous alumni I am connected with, the mentors, instructors, a lot of people I'm connected with. So other than the students that we have, previous batch alumni, students who already got placed, instructors, mentors, subject matter experts, the technical team, everyone you can find out here, and you can start building your connections getting into this particular community platform. You can join a lot of pages as well, a lot of groups as well here to get yourself relevant informations. Like, there were a lot of things that were being posted here about the students who got themselves placed. If someone joined, if someone is facing any difficulty in any of the projects, if you want to make a group of students, you can do it here from the community part as well. So that was the community part that we have here. Other than that, you can, if you're facing any of the doubts, you can even go to the live support system. It's there at the bottommost right, the help section. You can click on the live support, and you can even solve your doubts live. So there is a team that is sitting, from Monday to Saturday in between 11:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. just to cater your doubts. I'm showing you how it works basically. So this is how it basically works. So if you have any technical doubts, you can just join this particular table and get your doubts sorted. Like, one of the student is sitting here only and is getting his doubts sorted. There are like 3 tables for the same. If you have any doubts that is related to data science, you can also book a table. You can sit there and ask your question. The timings is in between 11:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m. Monday to Saturday. If you have any doubt in web development, you can join this table. If you have any doubt in the AB CAT test that we take basically in this particular program, you can even ask your question from here. If you have any question regarding the master degree program here, you can even take this chair. And if all these chairs are booked, you can even sit here. You can wait here for your turn. Once the chair is vacant, you can go there and can start asking your doubt. All right. So this is how the AlmaBetter support system works here. You can also have your daily trackers, right? So if let us assume that you completed introduction to computer programming, then what is your progress? What is your cohort progress? If a particular student is getting themselves qualified into any of the LMAX student program, obviously that is also being covered here. All right. So you get to know about how your batch is performing, how the brightest student of your batch is performing, and how you are performing. So you can have a good analysis of yourself on everyday basis out from here. Right. So that was that, from the dashboard walkthrough wala part. And since you guys were here, for like almost a couple of hours, so we are giving an early bird discount of 15% to all our learners on the registration fees that we have. So I will just show you how it works. You can go to our payment page here. You can put this coupon code out here. You can just apply it. You agree to the terms and conditions, and automatically the fees that was 29,999 gets revised to 25,499, and you can just pay this particular amount and enroll now. You can do it via UPI, you can do it via phone pay, Paytm. If you have credit cards, you can even use that. Net banking is also there. So a lot of options, payment options are there. Once you enroll yourself, you start with your live classes. All right. I think I've done. I've given you the overview about how this particular course, works around. So let me take few of the questions that we have. We will start from. Have you guys all filled the feedback form that was being pinged here in this channel? This course is in remote mode or offline? Okay, so the course is in online mode, Khushi. The lectures would be online, but yes, obviously you will be having the recorded lectures as well as all the problem assessments, quizzes, everything would be there available offline. So you can say it's a hybrid model that we have here. When it is started, there is dates. Yeah, we are starting a fresh batch, Khushi, from upcoming Tuesday. So you can directly go to the website and use the coupon code that I have provided you. I'm even pinging it here. Right, so you can use this and start your particular journey from Tuesday in this particular program. Okay. No, Jitendra, I strongly will recommend you that instead of going for the mobile, you use the laptop because it will help you in doing a lot of projects. Okay. The available cohorts in the month of July that we can only get to know, Abhishek, once this month is over, because we also need to ensure that all our instructors are available at the very same time. And on that particular basis, we will decide our upcoming cohorts. So you have to wait. You know, if you want to get yourself into July batches, you have to wait by the time this June batch comes to an end. You can even get in touch with our with one of our counselors and get a clarity about the upcoming cohorts that will be starting in the month of July. I've done BA from second. I don't have any basic knowledge about it, and I want to change. And then I'm also doing a job for 10. I think Tarak, I already answered this question. It doesn't matter from which background you are from, and even if you're a working professional, I have seen a lot of people, you know, who have like 12 hours, 14 hours of job shift, but they're still doing it because they want to get that transition. All right. So you can do it. The timings are 8 to 10:30 p.m. 3 days in a week, right? And even the recorded lectures are also available on the website. So you need not to worry if you miss out any of the things. You can watch the recorded link as well. Which will be better for me? Instead of asking which will be better for me, if you're taking out your time of 6 months, try to learn end-to-end process of how this data works. Because if you are preparing for data scientist, why not to prepare for data analyst, business analyst, financial analyst, machine learning engineer, deep learning engineer, maybe an AI architect, maybe in the operations field of data only. So if you're giving your time, why to limit yourself for one just a profile role? Try to, you know, learn everything at once so that you can have multiple opportunities by the time you end up your particular course. So I've answered your question, Tarak, in that way. It is a full-time course, Khushi, so you have to invest your time out here. So it's a full-time course because we are providing you placements also post the completion of this program. So automatically it becomes a full-time course. It's in Bangalore only, Paulino. The days will be decided on the first day of your batch. That means on Tuesday, you will be told about the days. They might fluctuate, but you have your classes 3 times in a week. Rest of the days, you will be practicing, doing some extracurricular activities. You might be attending a lot of career workshops and master classes as well. All right, I have catered a lot of questions. There are certain Q&A questions. Shiv Kumar has asked that I have 2 years experience as a data analyst. Is there any program for, no, there's no such experience or specific number of years you would be working to get yourself into this particular job. So it's good that you have a 2 years of experience as data analyst. Upskill yourself, try to, get hike in your position, the designation part, as well as the CTC part that you have. Khushi, I've answered this question, the online and the offline wala module. It's a completely an online course. All right, team. I believe that a lot of questions are being answered, and I hope that you guys must have filled all the feedback form that was being shared here by Harshini. Yes, there will be a final test as well, Abhishek. Vignesh, it doesn't matter, if you have a career gap that is ranging in between 3 to 5 years, we can take it. It's all about the hard work that you will be possessing in this particular course. All right, a lot of questions being asked and a lot of being answered. If you have any other queries, you can reach out to our counselors from the website. You can get our contact numbers as well. Okay, how many classes there in a week and on which? I've already answered that, Abhishek. 3 days in a week, and those will be decided on the first day of your batch, that is on Tuesday. Yes, the overall fee, the registration fees is 29,999, Khushi. And by paying that particular amount, you start your course, you start your journey. And once you complete this particular training module in 6 months, this 29,999 is refunded back to you. Once you get yourself placed at a minimum package of 5 lakhs per annum, then only you have to pay us an amount of 10,000 rupees for the next 24 months. So the actual fees that you need to pay to us, only it happens when you have a job in your hand. availability of the instructors and how fast we are moving in that particular batch. If we are moving slow, we can have 3 consecutive days classes. If you're going well, we can have gaps in between the classes. It will start from Tuesday, upcoming Tuesday. The data science batch is starting next week. That will be the final batch for this particular month. I am rewriting or reposting the coupon code again in the chat section. Harshini, is there anything that you want to say before we wrap this thing up? If you want, we can just do it, and yeah, we can complete it.
Yeah, nothing is there yet. I think we can end the session.
All right, Abhishek. We have like students ranging in between 80 to 100 in one particular batch. So that was that. Thank you so much, team. All the students out here, the team AlmaBetter, for turning up and making this session so informative. And I'm just hoping that with every passing masterclass, we will try to bring more better content. That is why this feedback form was useful for us. And I hope that AlmaBetter helps you in getting the transition for which you are applying for. Yes, there is a time limit for this course, Khushi. You need to complete this particular program in 1 year. So yes, there is a time limit of this particular course. So thank you so much, team, for turning us. Thank you so much, learners, for your patience. A coupon code has been shared to you. You can use this to get 15% discount on the registration fees. And we have these masterclasses running on every weekend. You can join these masterclasses and enhance your understanding about this data domain. And also you can keep yourself aware about a lot of things that is happening in this data field. Thank you so much, guys, for turning up. Take care, all of you, and have a happy weekend. Thank you. Bye-bye. Take care.